Hey, this is shawnshawn. I sell art on shawnshawn.co. Today we're going to react to Junie art. So Junie, I think, is from South Korea. Looking at his YouTube channel, he has nice red, yellow, very bright white lettering, very clear. It's not clear if it's a digital or a painting, so I think he's focused on painting, so you might want to use a snippet of a painting in the background versus kind of a digital look. He has links to his social media, so it all connects across, but it doesn't connect to a website. I would encourage all your links just to go to a website so you can just make the sale after you see something. He has a picture of himself on YouTube. I think he should make it a little bigger so it's just like this versus he has it really far away. You can't barely make it out. First video, he has full moon painting, one of his videos as his intro video. I think that's a pretty strong start. He has popular videos, which is a really good way to order your playlist. He has videos, shorts, and then he has other playlists. You might want to he probably could add more playlists if you wanted to, the homepage. This is a nice simple layout, so I'm kind of on the fence if that's the best layout or not. Let's go to the first video. It's called How to Paint a Christmas Candle. Hopefully it plays. I don't know why I just have so much trouble with this playing. So here's kind of his intro. He's a little bit of kind of classical music in the background. He's showing the colors he's using. I don't know what brand name that is, but maybe it's a good brand name, I don't know. So he's gonna whip through that. Let's skip ahead a little bit. He's made kind of a dark red background. So a lot of painters like to use this kind of reddish background in the background to make it pop. Okay. So he's changed up a little bit of the angle, so that's kind of a good thing to do. So he's making this kind of nice neutral background. And now he's using I guess he's using kind of a faded light in the background to kind of make it look like there's multiple lights in the background. I guess multiple candles. I don't really like the reds. I really like this kind of green and white colors. It's kind of like looks really tacky, but the browns I think was really strong. So he's gonna mix some of the paint. So I think he's sketching out the candle here a little bit, so it makes it easier. I guess a table there, tabletop. Scroll ahead a little bit more, guys. I think he's adding maybe the reflection of the candle. He's not really explaining. You could add like a nice voiceover here. He's literally just has his name there so you know what it is, but you don't know. You could just see his process. You don't necessarily know what it is. But a lot of viewers like this kind of style where it's just kind of very simple. You don't really explain anything. So it's debatable whether this is not a bad approach or a good approach. So you add a lot of nice thick paint, which is very smart. You want to add a lot of paint. A lot of painters, including myself, have put like not enough paint on the canvas, and then it makes it harder to sell later. So definitely get enough paint on there, guys. Let's go a little further ahead. Maybe it's going to be a heart candle, so that's a little tacky. But hey, if you sell it, make it all the views. I mean, how tacky is it, if you're making a lot? So a nice detail shot there. Let's scroll a little bit more. So definitely this kind of cheesy candle. Let's scroll up a little bit more. Hard to do with Christmas, but definitely red is definitely Christmas color, right? I think the color lights in the background are maybe a Christmas tree, so maybe that's what he was trying to accomplish there. Now he's using classical Christmas background music. No lyrics, so that's smart. You don't get copyright struck. Let's skip ahead a little more close to the end. It's gonna add kind of the finishing touches where the light kind of comes out and you see what's going on. So very, very bright to get that nice kind of shadowy. There's a really nice touch here where he's kind of fading out the light with the yellow on top, kind of show the outer. So he's kind of showing the difference in the wick colors you're going to see. I think that candle would go, the light would go higher, but I'd have to look at a candle to know. It's fairly nice, I think. Good technique. Again, I think I would add voiceover here. Let's go to the next one. This is called Snowy Winter Landscape Acrylic Painting for Beginners. So he has this kind of logo to start, the size of the painting so you know what to start, 11x9. He's going to show the paint kind of come out. So he's using a really simple color combination. He's got the black, red, yellow, blue. So that is a great way to learn the color combinations, is just use a simple color palette and just kind of figure that out. And then later you can kind of add colors to it, but it's really nice to kind of get your real basics down really strong first. So he's adding really a lot of paint, which is really smart. You definitely want to have a lot of paint on your canvas. Let's scroll ahead a little bit more. So he's adding a brighter yellow. I think this is he's adding the forest here. Very nice soothing music in the background. Again, I would add a voiceover. I think it'd be a little smarter to add that, but this is a kind of a popular template to just have a nice chill background. You just kind of watch it, kind of ASMR version. Let's skip ahead a little more, guys. He's a little bit darker. He's gonna add, I guess, a green here, it looks like. What that is. Maybe it's the water. But the water will reflect the sky, so I don't think that's a realistic sky color, but let's skip ahead and see what he's going to do here. So he's definitely added a lot of different blue there. Maybe it's snow background, so maybe that's what he's doing here. Yeah, I think he's adding a snow background here, guys. So snow is a combination of white and blues and grays. Let's skip ahead a little more. Yeah, so now he's adding a really contrast with the really dark brown to make that snow pop. Get that reflection of the sky. He's trying to fade off that bank with a little bit of the rock kind of reflected into the water. So with oil, that'd be a little easier because you can kind of brush it out. That looks like he's going to add a little bit of the reflection of the sky into the snow as well, which is a little tricky, I think. I might use a little more orange versus his yellow he's adding here. I think it'll be more of a orange, maybe kind of a rose color maybe, but not yellow per se. But it's hard to say. Would it be the right color? Let's skip ahead a little more. There's a little more touch to the rocks. Make things pop. A little bit of detail with the brush coming out. Got a little more foreground with the brushes here. Scroll ahead a little bit to the final edge. He's adding a little bit more reflections there going through. A very, very strong yellow kind of pond there, but it does go with the sky, so I think I would go with a little bit darker orange. It's definitely pretty good, I think. I think you get a really good basic techniques here to do a nice landscape. That's pretty. Let's go to the last one. It's called Rainy Day Painting, Acrylic Painting Step by Step. So again, he has this nice logo. Junie art comes out the back, which I really like. It's kind of a little intro. You know it's him right off the bat. It would be cool to do a headshot and be like, hey, my name's Junie from South Korea. Off the bat, you get more of a feel of the culture and everything. Here it's kind of generic. But again, not troubling the viewer too much. It's kind of totally chill. Very simple color combinations here. Which is pretty impressive to make brown straight out of red, blue, and yellow with no use of brown. I actually use a brown myself, so kind of, I don't know if you call that cheating, but it's easier to do it just making it versus the way he's making it by hand. But this is a great color exercise, I would say. So he's adding a really basic, really thick, laying it on there, so you get a really nice pattern. Let's go skip ahead a little bit. I think he's added kind of the skylight there. changing the brush up. So I think you can learn really a lot of, oh my gosh, a lot of good color combinations here that would get you really going. Really like that powerful black there. That's really, really strong. Normally you don't see that too often in painting where you use a really strong color like that, but that is really strong. If you use black, it's great, but you have to use a lot of lights, which at least 2/3 of the painting is light in this case, so that's a good check. Let's give it a little more, guys. Toothbrush. Haven't seen a toothbrush before, but that is definitely another type of brush. Okay, so he's kind of putting the sky or something in here, sense of light. It's definitely effective. You could use a straight brush too and spray it too. Let's see what else he's gonna do here. Skip ahead a little more. Okay, so he's doing the reflection off of glass with, he's spraying black and then he sprayed white. He's done a couple of black on white, so it looks like water droplets. It's a really cool effect. It's very effective. If you look at this, it looks very, very blurry in the background. And it has some little bit of sharp detail, so you know there's some rainfall. I'm assuming he's gonna touch it up with white. Let's skip ahead a little bit, guys. So he's bringing in the red a little bit more. Oh, so maybe this is the candle and the inside of the glass here. So he's trying to put on a very light so you can preserve he's trying to preserve all those red, really nice droplets he has in the background. He's losing a little bit of it, so which you would have lose some of it. I don't know if that red's super convincing, but I guess he's gonna do a second candle. Okay. So he probably should have painted that candle earlier. Would have made it a little bit easier. Let's scroll towards the end, guys. Okay, now it's looking pretty convincing. He has this really nice blue highlights, kind of the difference between the color range on the wick, and you would see that a little bit of that color like that. So I think it's a pretty effective painting. Again, I would add a headshot of yourself at the beginning, a headshot at the beginning, have voiceover. I think it'll be a little stronger. So I think he has some really strong painting. Some of the videos are a little bit kind of tacky, like this purple sunscape. This beach is really nice. So he does kind of really, yeah, some of his painting's really cool. And then some of it's really kind of tacky. So it's kind of like in between of, you know, tacky, but very good techniques. So some of the techniques I think are really strong, but then he's using these really kind of, I don't know if you call them gaudy, but they're just kind of kitschy a little bit painting, but he's obviously very painted. He got a lot of talent, and he's obviously very popular, 688,000 subscribers. So his technique definitely works. It would almost, you know, shoot down my points of having a voiceover, but I still think it's stronger with a voiceover and having that personal connection with the head so you kind of know who it is. I don't think there's anything wrong. If your English is a little broken, that's fine. Or do it in Korean and put subtitles. I don't have a real problem with that. I think that would be a much stronger impact. Anyway, that's my take on Junie art. Hopefully you guys like it. If you'd like to subscribe, you can subscribe below. And I'll see you in the next Artist React. Thanks for watching, guys.